Hello, welcome. We are going to be talking about stitching for success, how to build your crochet business selling garments. So, the business of selling garments can be very different than the business of selling smaller physical products, selling Ami, and those sorts of things. So, we are going to dive into this topic today, and I'm going to make it um, as understandable and easy to follow as possible so that you can start selling your gorgeous handmade makes. So, who am I in the first place? Well, hello. My name is Pam Grice, the Crochetpreneur, and I'm on a mission to help 100,000 makers build financial freedom through crochet. And so you can see these are a couple logos of different businesses that I have within the realm of crochet. So, Crochetpreneur Coaching, Crochetpreneur Business Academy, the Crochet Business Summit, and the Crochet Professionals Network. So these are some ways that I try to serve the crochet community. But let's get into talking about the challenges that come when you want to sell physical garments. So it's a uniquely challenged niche, different challenges than, like I said, you might have if you were simply selling hats or scarves or smaller items like that. Due to the time-intensive creation process, it's difficult to charge for your time when you're making a product that's so large. High supply costs, exploding fast fashion crochet. We've seen it everywhere. People are loving crochet right now, but the big brands have caught on and they are having unethically sourced products going to market and pricing them at really low cost. So that's a big challenge for handmade makers. So we're going to talk about how to overcome most of those, but mostly we're going to talk about pricing. So pricing your higher end products is the struggle here. How do you price your products so that you're getting the money that you need while your customers are also getting an item they can afford? So let's talk about what that looks like. Basically, what you're going to be doing is building a high-end brand. Because your products are going to cost more, they're going to cost in the realm of 100, 200, 500, 800, even multiple thousands of dollars. So your branding needs to really speak to the customer that can afford to pay those prices. So no longer are we building a brand using, cute little yarn logos from Canva. We're going high end and really doing some market research around the high end brands so that you can kind of match the marketing, match the look, match the photography style, and those sorts of things that command those high prices so that people will be able to recognize the high value that you bring to your product. So some things to think about are crafting your brand identity. So building a unique brand story. What does your brand stand for? What high quality products do you make? What are your values? What issues do you support? Those types of things. People really want to know what brand they're connecting to. And next would be quality over quantity. So you're not looking to sell, maybe 100 sales at a craft fair. You're going to be selling, maybe one item a week or less, right? Because your products take so long to make. So we're looking more at the quality of your products, getting them into quality sales marketplaces, and attracting those high quality customers. And then you need to think about presentation and packaging. So I remember the first time I grew up, not a lot of money. And the first time I shopped at a store where they actually wrapped your purchase in tissue paper and put a little seal on top and put it in a branded bag, I thought I was a big deal. And people who purchase handmade products, or people who purchase products that are high end, are expecting that kind of end-to-end service. So think about, how am I presenting and packaging my item? I'm not just throwing it in a poly mailer and shipping it off to the customer. So I want you to think about all of those things in order to create a brand that looks and feels high end from the first time they see a photo of what you're selling, or the first time they encounter your product in a boutique, up to the moment they walk out the door or they receive that package at their front door. So again, we need to look at the right market. Where are you going to sell your pieces? It may be that Etsy is not the right place for you because you're competing against low-end markets. People go there for handmade, but not necessarily for couture. And sometimes some of you out there are selling couture. So figure out where the people that you sell to, people who are your ideal customers, where do they shop? Do they shop at Etsy? And some of them do. Garments sell fine on Etsy. They just might not be the more couture items. So think about that. Think about what other online platforms, what boutiques and stores, maybe artisan markets, maybe you sell in person at markets. Find those markets that really market to the higher end customer who can afford your products, and think of collaborations to get your products in front of the customers of other people who might have that high-end clientele. And those collaborations might look like get them in front of the customers of jewelry designers or high-end hats or footwear or those kinds of things, handbags. Connect with people who are in those markets who are already speaking to your ideal customer and see if there's a way that you can collaborate to get your products in front of their customers. All right, then thinking about product line optimization. So this is how you maximize your profits. So we're going to talk a little bit about profits, and I have a profit calculator for you at the end, so be sure to ask for that. It's a calculator where you can plug in all your numbers and see how much money you actually need to make it worth your while to sell a particular product. But these are ways to increase your profit margins with upsells. So one type of upsell is called coordinating items. So this is where maybe you make a tank top and you make shorts to match, or you make a skirt to match, or you do make a hat and a scarf that matches another product that you have. So think about how you might take a higher end product and make some lower end accessories to go along with that product, so that when someone makes a purchase, you could upsell these additional items. Do you want fries with that, right? So find things where you can say, oh, I have this that goes along with this would make a perfect outfit. The next are limited edition seasonal items. So thinking about what items can you really push during particular seasons where they're not available all year round. They're available at Christmas time, at Valentine's Day, those kinds of things where you can really create a marketing push and really talk about that and price it in such a way that people purchase it, but you don't need to keep it on the shelf year round. And then finally, multi-purpose garments are a way that you can really speak to the value of that product to your customers, saying, here is, for instance, a wrap, and you can wear it this way and you can wear it that way, and you can turn it into a top, you can turn it into a skirt. Those kinds of things, you're adding extra value so that someone who might normally not purchase that item can see how they could use it in multiple ways, and that way you are optimizing that particular product to get more sales. So think about your messaging around each of your products that you have. Then creating repeat customers. So once you get your products in front of customers and someone purchases from you and you make it an amazing experience where they feel seen and they feel appreciated, then you're going to build loyalty and trust with that customer. So doing that, again, exceptional customer service. You might consider having a loyalty program or discounts if your profit margins can handle that. And then engaging with and highlighting customers' outfits of the day on social media. So anytime someone posts an outfit where they're wearing one of your items, be sure to reshare that, because I have a customer base that are fashionistas and they love posting on social media. And anytime they do that and they reshare that with their friends saying, look, I got a shout out from the designer, right? So those are certain ways that you can create raving repeat customers so that you don't have to constantly go out looking for new customers. So leveraging those customers that already know, like, and trust you has such a bigger payoff than continuing to go out and find new customers all over the place. So next is managing your profits. So sometimes we need to figure out, is this product even worth my time? Is it worth me selling? Can I charge a price for this product that makes it a viable product for the marketplace? So we're looking at efficient crafting and smart buying. So these are the 3 R's. These are kind of 3 things that I do with each of my products to consider, should this product go to market, and how can I get the highest profit from this item while my customer is still getting a super great value. So the first of the 3 R's is reduce. So is there a way I can reduce the time it takes to make this product? Can I use a bigger hook? Can I use a chunkier yarn? Is it more cost effective for me to pay a contractor to make this item? Those kinds of things. How can I reduce the cost? Do I buy yarn in bulk so that I reduce the cost for the supplies for this product? Are there other expenses that go into the making of this product that I can reduce so that I can make a better profit on the back end? And then, am I willing to reduce my profit margins? If I'm used to making 50% profit margin on my items, am I willing to reduce that to 40% just because I love this product? It makes my brand look great and I know my customers want it. So sometimes we can manage the price of our products by just leveraging that the profit margin just a little bit to ensure that we can sell a product at a rate that the customers will pay. The next R is raise. So is there a way I can raise the perceived value of this product with better marketing language, better photography? Maybe can I add some embellishments that make it look more high-end? Can I add a different type of embellishment? Can I raise the actual value of it? That means I'm going to take whatever embellishment I have on it and make it super high-end. And while the super high-end upgrade doesn't cost me all that much, I can charge more for that product now. Can I raise demand by marketing the product better? Once I raise demand for the product, the laws of economy means when demand goes up, I can charge a higher price. And then, is there a way that I can raise my branding, so elevate my branding so that people understand that they're purchasing from a high-end brand that's worth their money? The next R is review. So reduce, raise, and review. So after you've done those things, then I want you to review the product. What is the product viability? Does it just come down to the fact that there is just no way I can bring this product to market because I can't charge what I need to charge in order to actually make some money from this product? Or I have to charge so much that no one will ever buy it? Those kinds of thoughts. Or do I need to shift my mindset and say, hey, it's none of my business what people can afford. This is what I need to get paid, and I'm going to go out there and command these prices and build my brand in such a way that people are happy to pay those prices. So those are some different ways that you can manage your profits and manage your profit margins in order to build up that garment-based business. Next is selecting profitable patterns. Sometimes we choose these patterns that are so complex that it takes us forever to make that product. Well, maybe we need to slim that down. Maybe we need to, instead of making sweaters, we make tank tops. Instead of making full-length skirts, we make mini skirts. Instead of making a really dense fabric, we make a mesh fabric. All of those things will reduce the time it takes for you to finish a product so that you can charge a lower price. So some things to think about are quick but quality. So can I make this quickly and still have an awe-producing product? Some ideas are to identify heirloom quality looks. People love lace, but you can do a simpler lace rather than a more complex lace. Think about patterns that are time efficient and stay updated with current market trends. So you'll be able to charge a premium for things that are trending in the marketplace right now, rather than things that people are not so familiar with. So for example, right now, granny squares are trending, right? So if you can find a way to make a granny square sweater in a way that's profitable for you, it's going to sell at a higher price than selling something that is not so in demand in the market. So I hope that is helpful. In conclusion, I would love for you to turn your challenges into opportunities. So embrace the uniqueness of your craft. Focus on heirloom quality. Focus on the language you use around your products so that people understand this is handmade. This can't be machine made. You can talk to them about the ethics of slow fashion. Um, you can continually adapt and learn for different ways to optimize your profits, and engage with the community for support and for growth. Let the people who love you spread the word about your business. Encourage them to do so with your loyalty programs, and do your best to actually make money from the products that you're selling. And when you follow these principles, you'll be able to price your products in such a way so that you're making the money you need to make, but your customers are getting incredible value, and they'll be happy to return to you over and over again. I want to thank you for coming to this little TED Talk this morning or today, and I would love to hang out with you, outside of the summit. You can be sure to grab your product pricing calculator, where you can put in your number of stitches or your yardage and how much you want to get paid for particular products. Figure out your profit margins, where your wiggle room is. So that is a free product pricing calculator. And then you can find me on Instagram at the Crochetpreneur, or you can find me at crochetpreneur.com. All of my resources are at crochetpreneur.com/everything. And check me out at the Crochet Business Chat or Business Besties and Books podcasts. All right. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be around, and I'm happy to help.